Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Mustardcast, the podcast about the art of storytelling and how it's used across different mediums. So, from here on out, we are officially going to be a bi-weekly podcast. After trying out the weekly schedule, we realized that it would be more beneficial to post bi-weekly. And during the in-between weeks of those recordings, we'll basically post clips from the last episode throughout that week, pretty much every day. Because I know a lot of people, some people don't have, attention span to sit down and watch a nearly 2-hour-long podcast. So
Right.
watching it in clips will give them, something that they can focus on. And also, they get to pick and choose which segments they want to watch. Because some of the things we talk about, some people might not be as interested in. So they could just, basically pick and choose which parts that they're most interested in. I also would like to correct a mistake that we made in the last episode about PS Now. We said that when you got PS Now, you also had to still pay not only for the subscription service to get access to those games, but you didn't have to pay for those games on top of that. That isn't true. Just like Netflix, once you pay for the subscription, you have access to all of those games. That doesn't change the fact that you should still have the option to buy those games outside of that subscription service, and that subscription service should be bundled with PS Plus for them to
Bad business practice regardless.
bad business practice regardless. But a little bit more information about PS Now is that the monthly subscription is $9.99, 3 months $24.99, and a year is $59.99. So yeah. Now on to the episode. What media we're consuming. I'll let you start since I've been talking so much.
Okay. I'm going to start with my least favorite media that I'm consuming to my favorite media that I'm consuming. And I feel like I should preface this by saying none of this media is bad. The only reason I'm saying least favorite and favorite is because I do have very obvious favorites and least favorites. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, rewatching Once Upon a Time. Really, it was one of my favorite shows when I was a child, and I didn't make it very far into the show, and then the show concluded, so now I'm rewatching on Disney Plus. I love fairy tales. I love Disney very much, so that's definitely my type of show. I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons, not as much as I want to because it's college, but I have been playing Star Wars Squadrons. I love it. My childhood dream was always to fly an X-Wing, and that's exactly what this is. Star Wars Squadrons is an amazing game. The story, I like the story. I don't know what people were expecting. It's a flight simulator. I don't know why they were expecting a 72-hour-long campaign that delves into the horrors of war. It's a flight simulator in Star Wars.
Much like with Spider-Man Miles Morales, if people get upset that it's too short, after they pay $40 for it, you need to go back and realize you just paid $40 for it when you know for a fact that games are usually $60 and have now been bumped up to $70, but you're paying $40 for it. So it's obviously not going to be as much as a $60. It's not going to have there are exceptions, but for the most part, games that cost less than $60 don't tend to have as much content as a $60 game.
Right.
So people should always keep that in mind when you're paying less than $60 for a game.
Okay. Yeah, no, if you're paying less than $60 for a game that's not used, if you're paying less than $60 for a game that just came out, don't expect a AAA experience. I don't really know what you were expecting. Finally, though, aside from a bunch of chemistry videos because my teacher doesn't teach, I just yesterday watched Tenet, which is for the first time. It's the type of movie that you should watch multiple times to really understand everything. I think I got everything the first time around. Not bragging or anything. I literally think I don't really missed much. I didn't really miss much. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch at least the beginning of the movie because I'm not gonna, if I even begin to try to get into it, it's major spoilers all around. But it's easily my new favorite movie. My favorite movie up to this point has been Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl. This overtakes that movie. Oh, go ahead.
I'm saying Black Pearl is a great movie. It's really long. Every single one of those movies are longer than you remember.
Yeah.
Like you'll be like, man, like even if you remember it being long, it's longer.
Yeah. But I love those movies anyway. I love almost all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Curse of the Black Pearl is easily my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
My favorite is at World's End, and then it's Curse of the Black Pearl.
Honestly, I didn't like At World's End all that much, honestly. And I feel like it's like wild for me to say that because it's like a bunch of people's favorite. And I'm just like, I didn't like it that much, but Curse of the Black Pearl, definitely my favorite. But Tenet overtook that by a long shot. I love spies. I like sci-fi. I like time travel. And there's a badass black man as the main character. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's just amazing movie. Great movie all around.
So, what I've been consuming. So, I finished JoJo Part 4, which has probably one of my favorite characters in it. The main villain of the second half of that season of that part was probably my favorite. I should preface that Part 4 is technically Season 3, but the books are separated by parts, and each part is by a different generation of that family. The first two parts were the first season because they were the shortest. The first part is only 9 episodes, and then the second part is the rest of those episodes, and it's only 26 episodes for season 1. And then the next part, Part 3, is just one part, but it's double the amount of episodes of season 1. So that's why Part 4 is in season 3. But I'm halfway through Part 5, and it's fantastic. It's probably my favorite part now, despite the fact that Part 2 used to be my favorite part. And the JoJo in that part I don't think he's my favorite. He's probably my second favorite now, though. Joseph from Part 2 is probably still my favorite JoJo. I also watched Burn the Witch, which is the anime adaptation of the what is it called? The miniseries that Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach, made. Which spoiler alert, this isn't that big of a spoiler, but spoiler alert just in case you don't want to know this. Burn the Witch is a continuation of Bleach. It happens 2 years after the epilogue of the manga, and it takes place in the western district of the Soul Society, which is basically it takes place in London. I also have been replaying Spider-Man on New Game Plus, and I've been exclusively wearing the Spider-Verse suit because it's probably my favorite suit in the game. It looks
too many DLC, so I can't have the Spider-Verse suit. So
the Spider-Verse suit looks really good. I'm gonna mention I've been watching a lot of anime. So there's been a sequel series to Inuyasha called Yashahime, which is about Inuyasha's brother's children. And another anime I started watching Fire Force, which is made by the same creator that made Soul Eater. That's been cool. But actually no, I'm at 2 more things. The last anime that I've been watching, last but not least, I started watching on a whim because I saw an ad for it on Twitter, and it showed a dope fight scene. And when I would go to Crunchyroll, it would be at the top of the page when I went to watch JoJo or Fire Force. So I was like, I'll check it out. I watched it. It's really cool, and it has one of the best anime ending themes I've ever heard in my entire life. It's by the group name Ali. I can't remember the name of the song for the life of me. Even though I've been listening, I was literally just listening to it this morning, but I can't remember the song right now. But it's the group that did the theme song, also that did the ending theme song, also did the opening theme song for Beastars. So they make some really good music. Last but not least, I've been reading Hirohiko Araki's book called Manga in Theory and Practice. Hirohiko Araki is the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And actually, here it is. I've been reading this book, which is basically about the creation of manga. And I'm basically using it to help, become a better storyteller, since I myself want to make video games and just potentially, if I can, honestly, just have a company that makes video games, animation, movies, whatever. I just want to have a production company that makes all types of entertainment. But I'll have to work hard to get towards that. This is the first step. This podcast is the first step.